All right, we're going to go on to our final feature of the evening. And the Republic of Somaliland is a Horn of Africa self-proclaimed state that's split from the Federal Republic of Somalia after a failed union of the two independent states. Now, the Federal Republic of Somalia is on the list of the world's failed states, while Somaliland, an autonomous enclave in the Horn of Africa, enjoys peace and stability. Our very own Hassan Mugambi recently returned from Hargeisa, Somaliland's capital, and explains the riddle of the two Somalias.
To much of the world, the Horn of Africa has a horrific reputation, seen as one of the most dangerous places on the planet, deemed as a failed state, and believed to be home for terrorists. But that is the Federal Republic of Somalia, whose capital is Mogadishu, with heavy military presence from neighboring countries to ensure peace or semblance of it. However, a sharp contrast meets your eye in the north. The situation is different. Welcome to Hargeisa, the capital of the autonomous Somaliland, a self-proclaimed republic that is yet to gain international recognition as a sovereign state. It is a haven for peace and stability compared to the rest of Somalia.
You know this thing a lot.
To understand the riddle of the two Somalis, who better to explain than one who has witnessed firsthand the history of the Horn of Africa unfolding before her eyes, Dr. Edna Aden Ismail, former First Lady and current Somaliland Special Envoy for Peace and Dialogue at the UN.
Somaliland is totally different from Somalia. Historically, Somaliland is former British Somaliland Protectorate. Our neighbors to the east are the former colony of Italian Somalia.
Mohammed Ahmed Barwani, a scholar, says the rain started beating just a decade after Somaliland gained independence from the British on the 26th of June 1960 and agreed to form a union with Somalia, then an Italian colony.
To create a greater Somali Republic, including part of Kenya, part of Ethiopia, Djibouti, Somaliland and Somalia. That was our ambition when we took the independence. And that, ambition, we immediately joined it with Somalia Italians.
It did not work. It ended in genocide and bias against people of Somaliland. We went into a long civil war from 1980 to 1991. And once we ousted the troops of Somalia, we decided that we would run our country the way we wanted to be run.
The failed union is captured in the flag of what is now Somaliland. Green to signify vegetation and land, white for peace that Somaliland stands for, and red speaking to the blood shed by the people of Somaliland during the civil war. The black star in the middle signifies the death of the dream of uniting the larger Somali nation and the proclamation of oneness of Allah, it being a majority Muslim country. With a flag, police, military and even its own currency, Somaliland has all the makings of an independent country. It, however, lacks recognition.
Failing to recognize Somaliland has been a great loss to the international community, because Somaliland deserves to be recognized, not only because we have earned it, but because Africa needs democratic countries like Somaliland.
Just under a fortnight ago, the country went into a parliamentary and local council election led by President Musa Bihi Abdi. Somaliland citizens depicted a country with faith in its institutions as they voted and went on with their business. The results were made public 3 days later.
Somaliland democracy is mature, how Somaliland democracy is peaceful, how Somaliland democracy is open, transparent, competitive. And that's rare in many countries in the world, even North Africa.
After reclaiming its independence in 1991, 10 years later, more than 97% of Somaliland's voter population affirmed their independence in a referendum. But the vote was rejected by both the Federal Republic of Somalia and the international community, with one of the key reasons being the fear by the African Union that recognition could ignite other separatist groups. in Jubaland and Puntland to divide the country further. Somaliland has diplomatic relations with several countries across the globe. With its passport accepted just by a handful of countries, the Federal Republic of Somalia acknowledges Somaliland as autonomous but refuses to recognize its independence. Hassan Mugambi, Citizen TV.